All right, I'm gonna record this for, you know, my Illinois folks, so. All right, let's see.
Well, Melissa told me you were on YouTube, so I did some of your YouTube.
Oh, you did some of those?
Yeah, over the.
Yeah, I put those
Quarantine.
on there, you know, when we went on quarantine just to do
Well, it
something.
was great.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got some good classes on there. You really did.
Thanks. You know, I thought I'd do a lot of that, but turned out I couldn't record myself a lot. All right, well, everybody's sitting like this, so I'm gonna join you guys. And then I just set myself up like this so I can turn around and look at you, so that sometimes when I do one side, I'm not facing that way, which I don't really like. So you all stay on your mat, but you're gonna see me quarter turn around so I can actually face you guys. Oh, kind of feels odd for me to sit here. I don't normally do that. That's like a big stretch for me. And Melissa's like, no, it's
I know.
not.
It's so limber.
All right, well, let's come to a nice tall spine and just take a couple of deep breaths. On an inhale, reach your arms up overhead, palms can come together. And then as you exhale, let's cactus the arms, pulling the elbows close to each other as they come down towards the hips. So cactus and then come on down towards the hips, yeah. Inhale, sweep the arms up, rounding the spine a little bit. Exhale, and through cactus, elbows going all the way down towards the hips. Inhale up. Exhale through that cactus. Inhale up. Exhale through that cactus. And then hands on the mat. Let's take some cat-cow as we warm up into our wrists and our spines. Sinking back into child's pose, reaching the arms out. Let's make them active. On your next inhale, look forward to your hands. As you come forward to your knees, curl the toes, end up in your plank. Yep, puff that space out between the shoulder blades, pull the belly in. To downward facing dog, leave those arms and legs nice and long. A long down dog stretch. Opening up the shoulders. Come up onto your toes, drop down to your knees, press your hips back, child's pose, coming to the flat feet. One full inhale and exhale. And on your next inhale, come forward into your plank again, holding your plank. To down dog, that nice long down dog. Come up on your toes, drop your knees, press your hips back, child's pose. One inhale and exhale. Forward to plank. Take a side plank on the right. It's early times. Maybe it's on the knee, maybe your feet are staggered. Open up to the side.
That's my bad.
I went this way.
Oh, that's okay, because you know we're picking up the other side. Right now, we'll take our side plank on the other side. Right, left, it doesn't matter. Back to plank, and then downward facing dog. Nice long down dog again. One more time through that. Come on the toes, drop to the knees, press back to child's pose. Come forward to plank. Side plank on the right, maybe the right. There you go. Side plank on the left. Back to plank. Downward facing dog. Walk your feet in so it's your regular downward facing dog. Maybe you step it out just a moment or two as you open up those hamstrings and feet and calves. And then on your next inhale, travel to the top of the mat, feet between hands. Let's come halfway up, even if the knees are nice and bent. Exhale and fold. Drop the hips, round it up, come up to standing, reach the arms up overhead when you get there. Hands to heart center. Continue warming up. 3 sun A's. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half. Palm the mat, take your vinyasa. I know you all know that. I won't have to walk you through that. Modifying as you need. 5 breaths in this down dog. On an inhale, travel to the top of the mat. Come halfway up once you're there. Exhale and fold. Rise to standing, reach up overhead, gaze shift up, belly in. Exhale, take it right back down to the mat. Inhale, half lift. Palm the mat, take your vinyasa to down dog. Just 3 breaths this time in down dog. Travel to the top of the mat and halfway up. Exhale to fold. Inhale as you rise. One more time, fold forward as you exhale. Inhale, half lift. Palm the mat for your vinyasa. One full inhale and exhale. Travel to the top of the mat on your next inhale and halfway up. Fold as you exhale. Rise, palms overhead, and then hands to heart center. Inhale into chair pose. Drop those hips, reach the arms up overhead. Become light in the left foot. So your hands can stay overhead or come to heart center, but become light in the left foot and maybe pick that foot up. Knees still coming together or in the same plane. And then release. Do that on the other side as well. Release. Come into your chair, reaching hands up, look overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Palm the mat, take your vinyasa. In this down dog, inhale the right leg up. On your exhale, bend and stack, open up to the side. Find that deep side stretch, really push into your right hand. On an exhale, knee to same arm. Let's sneak in our core work. Inhale, lengthen it back up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, length. Cross the body. Lengthen it out. Step to the top of the mat. High lunge, so keep that back heel up. Maybe think about squaring your hips, reaching the arms up overhead, back hamstring reaching to the sky.
Like I'm on a hill.
You're on a hill, right?
Like
It makes a difference, doesn't it? The other day I had to turn around to do something. On an exhale, hands to the ground, step right back to down dog or take your vinyasa to down dog. For the other side, inhale the left leg up. On your exhale, bend and stack. Open up a big side stretch on the left. Press into the left hand to find it. Knee to same arm, always as you exhale. Lengthen as you inhale. To nose. Inhale. Cross the body. Inhale. Step to the top of the mat. High lunge. Square your hips, square your ribs, shoulders away from the ears. On an exhale, hands to the ground, go right to down dog or through your vinyasa to down dog. From down dog, travel to the top of your mat. And halfway up once you're there. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise, reach the arms up overhead. Hands to heart center. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Let's bring hands to heart center this time. Become light in the left foot, find that little like stork pose, and reach back with that left foot as you land in your high lunge. The transition, slow and controlled, is the most important part. Now that you're here, inhale, reach the arms up overhead, and then bring the palms together, reach straight in front of you. Use that right hand to help peel your chest open, open arm twist. Windmill those hands down either side of your front foot. Step back to your plank. Side plank on the right. Any variation. Could be on the knee, could be stacked, could be a leg raised. Nice job. Release the hands, sweep the hips high, downward facing dog. On your very next inhale, travel to the top of the mat and halfway up. Exhale to fold. Inhale as you rise. Sink down into your chair, hands at heart center. Repeating on the other side, become light on that right foot. First find that little stork posture, or whatever we're calling it, and then reach back, slow landing into that high lunge. When you're ready, you can sweep the arms up overhead. Palms together, reach forward. Use the left arm now to peel you open into your twist. Windmill your hands down either side of your front foot. Step back to plank. Side plank left. Return to plank. Downward facing dog. On your very next inhale, travel to the top of the mat and halfway up. Exhale as you fold. Inhale to rise. Take it right back down as you exhale. Come halfway up. Vinyasa here, or you could step back to your down dog. Inhale the right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend and stack. Stay right here or take a flip dog or wild thing if you would like to put that in your practice this morning. Back to your three-legged dog with control. Knee to opposite arm. Reach it up, inhale. Knee to nose. Inhale. Knee to same arm. Inhale. Step to the top of the mat. High lunge. Reach the arms up overhead. Open up your warrior two. So check that your front knee is tracking toward your pinky toe side, opening up that hip. Peaceful warrior, flip the front palm, open up the side body. Come back to your warrior two, straighten out the front leg, triangle posture, reach out over that straight leg. Find the hand placement you're ready for right now. Don't lock that knee, give it a little softness, push into your front big toe. Inhale as you come back up to warrior two, bending your front leg. And then we're gonna turn into goddess. So we'll turn to the side of the mat, toes out, sink down into your goddess. Very good, 5. Nice deep breath. 3, 2, 1. 5-pointed star, reach up, and then windmill your hands down to vinyasa or to step back to downward facing dog, your choice. From your down dog, left leg up, three-legged, exhale, bend and stack. Stay there or take your flip dog or wild thing on this side. Returning to your three-legged down dog. In this round, we're crossing the body first. Inhale it back up to the nose. Inhale. Same arm. Inhale, step to the top of the mat, high lunge. Open up your warrior two. Again, be mindful of that front knee. Flip the front palm, peaceful warrior. Come back to your warrior two, arms, straighten out the front leg, reach out, find your triangle. On your inhale, come back up to your warrior two, softening the front leg, opening the legs or the arms. Turn to the side for wide leg fold this round. So turn the feet outside edges parallel, maybe hands to the hips, and then on an exhale, fold forward, hands to the ground or somewhere else to support you as you sink into your fold. Inhale, come part way up, hands to the hips, come all the way up, open the toes, 5-pointed star. Windmill your hands down in front of your front foot and step back to take your vinyasa and meet in down dog. From your down dog, come forward right away on an inhale, halfway up and fold. Come all the way up to standing, reach the arms up. Hands to heart center. Take a breath. Sink the hips, chair pose. Bring your right hand to your right hip as if you're going to put your hand in your pocket. So your fingers are pointed down. Left hand to opposite knee. So we're taking our twist from here, becoming light on that left foot, that little stork pose, and then step back into your high lunge, already in a bit of a twist. Stay right here in your twist. Maybe your gaze can shift over your back shoulder. And maybe you'll reach that left arm up and overhead. Yep, finding a back bend here. Let's come out the same way we came in. Hand to the hip, step forward. Maybe you pause in that little stork posture. Ooh, that challenged my balance a lot. And then we'll come back to standing as we unwind, hands at heart center. Take another breath. Sink down into your chair. Finding our twist here, left hand like it's reaching into your pocket, right hand to your knee. Become light, find that little stork balance. And then reach back to find your lunge twist. We're gonna find it all the way first and maybe shift our gaze over the opposite shoulder, or the left shoulder. Maybe reach the right arm up overhead. Let's come out the same way we came in, hand to the knee. Step forward, possibly finding that balance. And then as you unwind, stand straight, hands at heart center. Take another deep inhale and exhale. And we'll flow again. Sweep the arms up overhead. On your exhale, fold forward. Inhale halfway. Take the vinyasa of your choice. Meet in down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, bend and stack. Option to take flip dog, wild thing, side plank, or stay right here. Nice choices. Come back to center when you're ready. Listen up. On an exhale, knee to same arm. Keep it forward. Cross the body to the opposite arm. Sweep it back up three-legged. Step to the top of the mat. High lunge. Reach the arms up overhead, palms together. Point the fingers forward. Open into that twist. Use your hand to help you peel open your chest. Drop your back hand down to your thigh and reach the opposite arm up overhead. Windmill out of this to warrior two. Windmill those arms. Open up warrior two. Nice transition, ladies. Peaceful warrior. Back to your warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Triangle posture. revolve this triangle, top hand coming down to the ground. We've got a long triangle, so don't worry if we need to bend that front knee a little bit and then twist open to the right. Release that right hand back into your triangle position on your leg and peel back open into your regular triangle. Good. Rise to warrior two. Transition to goddess. So turn the feet out, find your squat, maybe coming up onto one toe and then the other, or maybe both coming off the ground. Oh, nice job. Everybody's both off the ground. Hold it for another two. One. 5-pointed star, reach arms up overhead. And then windmill down, vinyasa or no vinyasa to down dog. Left leg comes up, exhale, bend and stack. Again, your options on this side are the same, so take whatever you would like or make yourself even whatever you did on the other side. Come back out with control, three-legged. On an exhale, knee to same arm, and then we'll cross the body. Opposite arm, sweep it back up, three-legged. Step to the top of the mat. High lunge, bring the hands together right away. And then point the fingers forward. Open up into your twist. Back hand to the back thigh, other arm reaching up overhead. Beautiful job. Windmill around, come into your warrior two. To peaceful warrior. Back to your warrior two, straighten the front leg, triangle posture. Revolve your triangle, right hand comes down, left arm reaches up, softness in that front leg as needed. Come back to triangle. And come all the way up to your warrior two. Wide leg fold on this side, straighten the front leg, feet parallel, arms can do whatever they like. As you hinge forward, find the bind of your choice. If you would like to take it upside down, feel free to do so, or take another posture, or sink right into this fold. That looks really good, Ruth. Pull the belly up and in, and like you're trying to tear that space apart, that'll open up your hips. Really good. Melissa, you join us when you're ready. We'll all come halfway up, and then hands to the hips, come all the way up, open it, 5-point star. Windmill down, front of the mat, take your vinyasa from there. On your next inhale, travel to the top of the mat. And halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale to rise. Hands to heart center. Okay, so there's like alpacas over here, y'all. And then I saw a kid in like full Nerf
I saw him.
paraphernalia, and he looked like a warrior.
Wow, I didn't see that over there. I was seriously
This is an exciting day at the park.
Wow.
And these alpacas are going to get to see us take chair pose again. Let's on an inhale reach the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, sit down into your chair, hands at heart center. We'll be taking this.
Don't want to go back into a studio again.
I know. This is very entertaining. We'll be taking this into the same type of twist, but deeper this time. We'll connect the elbow to the outside of the thigh. Kind of lock that in. Use the energy to push into both of your hands as you become light on the left leg, and see if you can take it into that stork balance for a moment before you reach back and land in your twisted lunge. Maybe you can shift your gaze over your back shoulder. And then we're gonna unwind, windmill up and around to warrior two. Very nice. Peaceful warrior. Extended side angle. Maybe you're ready to go deeper than the forearm, so take that as you will. Extended side angle, Ruth, so the knee, yep, there we go. Well, I threw that in there, I threw you off.
That alpaca's staring at me.
We're coming into side plank on the left from here. That might be on your foot, or you could drop your knee like so, and then come into your side plank on the left. To regular plank, hips high, down dog, and on your next inhale, travel to the top of the mat. Halfway up, exhale and fold. Rise to standing, reach up overhead, take a look at the alpacas, because why not, and then sink down into your chair, hands at heart center. We'll take that twist the other way, so the elbow binding with this leg here, yep. Set that stance so that you can bring the right foot up, kind of finding that stork balance before you reach back into your lunge. Yes, good job. Windmill out of this to warrior two. And peaceful warrior. Extended side angle. Pull the belly in, don't forget that belly. Side plank on the right, so the right hand comes down. You can stay on the toes or drop to that knee like I did last time. Very nice. Through plank. Down dog, hips high. Travel to the top of the mat. Halfway up. Exhale and fold. Inhale as you rise, reach up overhead. Hands to heart center. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Sweep the arms up overhead. Fold forward. Come halfway up. Vinyasa of your choice to downward facing dog. Right leg up, three-legged dog. Bend and stack, don't flip, stay right there. Sweep that knee all the way around to the opposite arm. Keep it forward, plant the foot, open up into your fallen triangle. Release the hand back down, sweep the leg up, three-legged. Step to the top of the mat. High lunge, hands come together overhead. Maybe you're gonna look up at your hands, taking that into a tiny back bend before bringing your hands forward and peeling open your twist. Dancer your twist, hand coming to the back thigh, other arm overhead. Windmill it out, warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Straighten the front leg, exalted warrior. Come into your triangle from here, from that exalted warrior. Revolve your triangle. Come back into triangle. I kind of like that. We never do that transition. So back and forth into this triangle. And then come all the way up. We're headed to goddess. So bring your body up, turn the feet out, sink down into your goddess. Hands wherever you might like them. Maybe coming up on the toes. Maybe sinking the hips down another inch. While you watch alpacas shoot it up, 5-pointed star. Windmill the hands down, take a vinyasa or no vinyasa to down dog. You need to take a picture from here that way, so that they're in the background and you can be like, you never know what's gonna happen.
I just took a video. I said this is what outdoor yoga is.
Yes, left leg up on the inhale. Bend and stack, don't flip. Stay right there for a moment. Sweep it around to the opposite arm and then fall in triangle. Reach the leg out, open up. Hand back to the ground, sweep it back up, three-legged. Step to the top of the mat for your high lunge, palms coming together right away. Maybe you're gonna shift your gaze up, taking this into a little bit of a back bend. And then bring your hand straight forward, peel it open into that twist. Stay there first, then drop the back hand and dancer your twist. Windmill around to warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Exalted warrior, straighten the front leg. Reach forward for triangle. Revolve your triangle. Come back to your triangle, unrevolved, regular triangle, open up again. Strength of your core takes you up, turn the feet, wide leg fold on this side. Wide leg fold of your choice or an inversion, you decide. On an inhale, halfway up. When you are ready, then hands to the hips as you come all the way up and open those feet into 5-point star. Windmill those hands down so you can take your vinyasa. Let's come up onto the toes and then bring the knees down to the ground, press back into child's pose. You decide if the legs are together, the knees are together, or they're a little bit wide. As you inhale, come up into tall kneeling. So I had to really adjust where I am on the mat because of, grass lumps. So make sure you're comfortable in that tall kneeling posture. Sweep the arms up overhead. Let's take a side bend to the right. Stay there for a couple breaths. Open up. Come back upright and take a side bend the other direction. Come back upright, hands to the hips. Don't take it all the way back into full camel unless that's so easy for you and that's your jam. Feel free to do it then. But otherwise, we'll just stay upright, chest high, elbows together, hip bones forward, and then drop the head into a bit of a back. Inhale as you come up. Reach the arms up overhead. Hands to heart center. Take your right hand, place it in your back pocket with those fingers down, right? And then we're gonna come into a twisted, same posture, but we're gonna start with hand at the heart. Reach that hand to the sky. Elbow is reaching back. You're gonna bring your hip bones forward and then kind of open up to the side. A little bit of a twist in that same bend. Come back upright. Ooh, for me, that was a big wrist stretch on that hand too. And we'll try to find that on the other side. So the left hand, like a pocket here. Right hand, I just like it flat so I can remind myself to come high, hips forward, and then reach that arm up overhead. A little bit of a twist in there. Come back to center, and then have a seat on your feet. Maybe take a few moments of a little cat-cow movement because that was a bit of a back bend. And then we're gonna do some thigh killers. Are y'all ready? Okay, so our goal here, I hope I can do one now that I said that. Our goal here is to keep our upper body where it's at. So we're not gonna try to lean forward as we come up, which would make this a bit easier. We're gonna try to kind of lead with the chest so that you're coming up here like this, keeping things straight, and then we'll come back down same way so that those thighs are really working hard. I know I automatically did this, although this part's not a requirement. You could have your hands anywhere. I'm thinking about leading with my chest so my thighs do that work. And then sitting down slowly again. This feels like a lot of work to me. Coming upright. And then back down. Let's try for 2 more. I don't know about y'all, but I can really feel my core too because it's trying to stabilize me so much. And then have a seat. And then we earn a child's pose out of that, don't we? Maybe this time you'd really like to bring those legs wide and just sink back into your hips. Let's get ready to flow again. Inhale as you come forward, springing all the way forward into plank. Hips high, downward facing dog. Raise the right leg up on an inhale. Square the hips this time. Square the hips, working something a little different. Keep them squared. Reach the heel to the sky. On an exhale, knee to nose, hug it in. Inhale, lengthen it up. 2 more, knee to nose, hug it in. Reach it up as you inhale. 1 more, knee to nose. 1 more, reaching it up. Step to the top of the mat for your high lunge. Reach the arms up overhead. Take it into a bit of a back bend here. Maybe you like to keep your hands together, or maybe you're going to want to cactus the arms, open up the chest. Before coming upright again, palms together, reach them forward, sweep it open, and right into your dancer twist. This time, instead of warrior 2, let's bring that left elbow to the outside of that front thigh and come into our twist with our hands at heart center, or you might open them like a book. Now we'll windmill up and around to warrior 2. Peaceful warrior. Extended side angle. Back to warrior 2. Straighten the front leg, triangle. Revolve your triangle. Unwind into your regular triangle posture. Come all the way up. This is the right side, so we're on goddess. Goddess legs sink way down there. And hold for 5. It's our last goddess. Everybody leveled it up. Good job. Release 5, pointed star, open up, and then windmill down, vinyasa to down dog. Left leg comes up, we're squaring the hips this round. Holding it there, kind of finding your core, finding that square. 3 times on your exhale, knee to nose. Step to the top of the mat. High lunge. Adding in your back bend component. Hands come together as you reach up overhead and then point forward. Yes, peel it open and right into your dancer. Still keeping the twist, let's bring that right elbow to the outside of your front thigh, hands at heart center, open your twist, or maybe open your arms like a book. Windmill up and around from here to your warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Extended side angle. They look pretty docile though, y'all. Bring it back up to your warrior two, straighten the front leg, triangle posture. Revolve your triangle. Back to triangle. Come upright for your last wide leg fold. Turn your feet appropriately. Find the bind you like, or maybe you're taking an inversion this time or again. Oh, nice bind, Vanessa. Good idea. We'll all come out in our own time, halfway up, so you can bring your hands to your hips, come all the way up, open up that 5-pointed star when you're ready. Vinyasa to down dog. Come forward on the inhale and then halfway up. Exhale to fold. Rise, reach the arms up overhead. Hands to heart center. One more round of our standing balance as we come in to chair. And then hands to heart center. So we did this 2 different ways. We did one where we were holding on here and one where we were coming in further. Please feel free to choose whichever one you would like to do. I'm going to take my elbow here. First, pause in that little stork posture. And then reach it back as slowly as I can make that transition to my twisted lunge. Once you get here, maybe you can look over your back shoulder. And then come back around, hands to heart center as you come up into your high lunge. Step forward to chair. You can keep your hands at heart center, sink right in, and then find the twist that you would like on the other side. Maybe you're playing around with this hand placement or the elbow. Find your stork. Slow as you can, take that transition to the back of the mat. Once you find your posture, maybe you shift your gaze. Unwind as you come back to center. Step forward for chair. Stand up straight. Let's get out of those bent legs. Did I say we had one more? Because I really meant we had one more. Yes, we're going to transition back to that standing stork at the top of the mat, if it's available to us. But first, let's breathe. Inhale and sigh it out. Have a seat in your chair. Twist to the right, twist of your choice. Find your stork. Step it back. Find your fullest expression in your twisted lunge. And then you're going to step back to stork as is available. Come back up. This is the real last time on the left side.
Fell over. My other leg.
Don't forget your stork. Slow transition. Mine wasn't that slow though. Back to your stork. And back to your chair posture. Come out of your chair, reach the arms up overhead. Ooh. And then hands to heart center. Let's take it down to the ground for some hip stretching. So reach the arms up overhead. Exhale and fold forward. On your inhale, come part way up. Plant the hands, take another vinyasa here, or step right back to your downward facing dog. right leg up, preparing for pigeon. Step forward into your pigeon posture stretch, and then make all the adjustments. Y'all are seasoned. Make the adjustments you need until you're ready to fold over that pigeon leg. Now we're gonna be here in this pigeon for close to 2 minutes, which means you don't have to go into your deepest expression right away, and you might find yourself sinking in further the longer we're here. Halfway there if you need to make any adjustments. Begin to come upright. If you need to and you're ready to get out of that pigeon leg, you can do that, or you could stay in an upright pigeon and take any bind or any posture from here that you might like to take. I'm just going to stay upright, open my spine a little bit more, and we'll come out of that, in case some of us are ready to, by sitting on that right hip and bringing the left leg around in front of your shin, or keep going and bring it to the opposite leg. Let's first find a really tall upright spine, maybe even give yourself a little hug here, and then twist to the left, a hip that we haven't stretched out yet though, huh? Your other left.
It's okay.
Right? Yeah, isn't that the left? Are we on the left? Okay. Vanessa's like, don't you know your right and left?
I don't.
No, I'm just saying about how it feels.
All right, let's unwind, sweep the leg back, and option to take a vinyasa or go simply to down dog and pedal that out. I like to pedal it out, but you might like a vinyasa there. It's up to you. Yeah, three-legged down dog. And then sweep the right leg up as you prepare to bring it forward for pigeon. I'm sorry, left leg, left leg,
Wow.
left leg, left leg. You guys were gonna do it though. You were like, okay,
like,
she's making us do it again.
We just did this one.
You gotta call me out. And when you're ready, fold over again. It's about a 2-minute hold, so take it to where you need, and I'll tell you when we're halfway. Yo, look at some of these dogs eyeing these alpacas. They're like,
Oh, my dogs would be going crazy.
oh, mine too.
They look so, the alpacas look so tall.
Yeah, they do. This is a very active Saturday park day.
Yes, it is.
Putting it mildly.
Okay, we're about halfway, so feel free to take that deeper as you wish. And begin to use your arms to take you up and find that stretch here where you're upright, or you know where we're headed if you're coming out. We'll all eventually sweep that back leg forward and across. And first, just find upright. Before you start the twist, just find upright. And now take your twist if you're ready. unwind. Take yourself back to downward facing dog. And pedal it out or come into three-legged, whatever you're needing. When you come forward this time, let's take Malasana squat, opening up our hips, whether you're jumping forward, stepping, or walking forward. Play around with how you like to get there, and then sink down and open up those hips here in your Malasana. So you might stay in stillness here, or you could take a few twists. I mean, you guys have been in this enough to know what you might like to do here. I'm gonna stay in stillness this time. Open my back more. And then have a seat. Reach back with your hands if you need to have a softer landing, or if you're kind of on the downhill, then you otherwise have a really long ways to go, don't you? All right. Let's straighten out the legs and take a seated forward fold. Think about reaching those ribs foot up and forward over your thighs, and then finding any hand or arm placement you like. Another 2-minute hold. So don't take yourself so deep that you can't tolerate that. We're halfway there. Come out nice and slow. Maybe even keep walking your hands back and turning the hands out or behind you so that you can take a little kind of up dog in the chest, or kind of like a fish pose, but we're not all the way down. Back and forth, perhaps pulling the shoulder blades together. And then place your hands on either side of your thighs. Here we go. All right, let's do a little more activation in the core as you press down into the hands and bring the hips up. And you're bringing not only the hips up or the chest forward a little bit in order to give yourself space for that. And then back down. So if it's too much on the grass or the angle of the grass, let's feel free to use wrists or fists today, because sometimes the grass is not the best surface for the wrist in this kind of position. Good job. Yeah, look how high you got there, Ruth. That's really good.
Yeah, got more than a half an inch.
Yes. We all did. All right, let's take one more. Let's take our best one here. Pushing up and holding for 3, 2, 1. Release back down and then round it down all the way to the ground. Yes, so beautifully slow. Take a long body stretch now that you're there. Bring feet to the ground and just bring your hips up enough that you can give them that little wiggle back and forth. And end with those hips wiggled over to the left so that you can bring your knees down to the right in your spinal twist. Opening the arms if you want to, or maybe you like to keep them off the grass. Yeah, you all know what to do in your twist.
We're gonna have to get a big photo with you. Oh yeah. I'll look it up. I'm gonna make myself.
back to center. Do that little hip shimmy and wiggle with the legs in a tiny bridge, and then begin to take your twist the other direction. When you're ready, come back to center. Maybe you like that hip shimmy, or you're ready to hug your knees into your chest. And then rock and roll until you can come to seated. So I just brought you to seated because I'm going to give you guys the option of taking like a seated meditation in lieu of Shavasana in case you're feeling it's just a little overwhelming here to lie down and pretend that you're pieced out. But maybe we can sit up and even close our eyes if you want to. There's a lot going on. You might not want to close your eyes. But just take a few moments here. I know for our Shavasana we usually release control of the breath, but for me with this much activity, I need to focus on my breath. As you're ready to release the idea of your relaxed moment, maybe take another breath or two. Thank you guys for joining me today. This has definitely been an interesting filled practice. Namaste. All right, for those of you at home, I'm gonna turn this around because dun dun dun, it's the alpacas. There they are.